Here we go. Important first lag. I mean, who gets control of the first break? Wow, that's such an equal lag. Look at the balls go, and it will be Alcaide. Yeah. Very.
Always kept apart.
Well, we're very much at the back of the class. A battle for 2-ball control will give you the rack. Attempted bank. We might be seeing a safety here. No attempt at the plant. Combination as is called an American pool. Or cue ball. A lot of left spin. Look at this. Yeah, so he was attempting to kick and stick. That worked. And he thought, well, maybe.
And that is all about staying in the moment, being mentally there when it needs to be. So I was there every single time he made a mistake. His break was working better. He got the shots after that, and then also he made some amazing outs to stay in the match. Hats off to him how he fought back. But other than that, I'm just happy. It doesn't matter for me who I'm playing. I just want to play as good as possible, break as well as good as possible, and then see how it goes.
Yeah, when you're playing as well as
Miller has improved, which is hard to say as we see Alcaide miss a pretty testing. Ooh, like the old Roger Federer sometimes used to say when he put on an amazing display. And it's nice if you're able to talk about.
You played well when they didn't.
Yeah, so I think for this match, as we have seen quite a bit of move.
Before this
match.
match.
And you know, if you're playing a tournament, sometimes when you look at like those results of racks played, racks won, racks lost, that's incredible. And that was a tester, you know, would have loved to have had an easier opportunity. He can handle various angles because would like to get his cue ball back down this side of the table, all the way down to the short bottom rail. For very nice. Yeah, and I was talking to Johan about it. Johan Rice.
Well, I think for a while, not now, but for a while it was Efren Reyes. Because he.
But then we're already moving into, I think, Bustamandi's 60 by now, right? Almost.
3 50-year-olds doing well. O'Sullivan, Higgins and Williams. As for David Alcaide.
1 ball in the left side. Will attempt to do the same. Succeeds. And now where does the 2-ball go to? So the 2-ball's racked on either wing. Exactly, yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then I was thinking, well, who else? Really, who else is really as competitively competent? Be a soft shot, meaning you need a lot of cue ball control, and that won't do the trick.
Just lost out to Perry Mans, who was then subsequently beaten by Ray Reardon.
That is crazy. 64. Yeah, nice bit of moving by Jayson. Lovely. Actions yet. Ooh, just too short, as we call it. So pink 4 would be a nice window. Shows itself in between the 9 and 7 ball. Although Jayson may actually be bending over the table now. Ooh, a bit loose.
Hampered queuing.
Yeah, and don't touch that 6. Referee kept a sharp eye on that. He's banking this. Wow, that's, you know, you wouldn't have predicted that when he. Yeah, and here we see that 6 back to where he planted it in the first time. Nice.
Is it me or
by positional errors, I guess, having a chance and then kind of, well, because this rack should have been his already, right? So we're at the table, but here we are. Chance for Jayson to clear this up at the 2nd time of asking. And they're kind of making their mind up of what they want to, where they want to live in the world, as they told me. Information as Jayson cuts this 8-ball in and gets a nice 9-ball to start himself.
Well, the choice of restaurant was appropriate because he's just tied it up.
Orange ferruled Jayson Shaw trying to make the one ball in the same left side. Well, that worked. Two ball, however, still spin. They say the majority, if you have to push out, since you have to offer your opponent something to maybe give back or take, that they say. And that can be a good thing, or it can be three, or drive the cue ball behind the pink black. Yeah, so wanted to hit the three ball a little bit lower than he did. Off the right long rail where he's bridging from, zipping the cue ball back to center. Final, and of course if you're in the quarterfinal and any of these players has won at least 4 or 5 matches, Phil, as I dubbed it the beginning of the week, could we see a potential Filipino invasion? Villado wasn't here, they being, I guess, the most successful Filipinos of the last few years.
22nd World Masters title in 2019, length of the table to overcome Alexander Kazakis.
Ooh, oh, trying to replicate that same break. Ooh, missed the one ball, and that tells us he hit the one ball too thin. And you can see that, even touch the ball, even make that 6 if he wanted to. And then you give Alcaide this rack. Still the challenging matter of the 6-8 to deal with. Now, didn't give it back, but the Yuki Oi wins this or any major World 9-ball Tour tournament. I mean, never mind the interview, moves on shots too often, right? And that's, wow, power draw by Jayson. Ooh, missed the 2, yeah. And that was because he had a cue ball position. Makes it even more difficult. Wow, that's a nice shot by Jayson, though. He might be hidden behind the 7 again pretty soon. Top short rail, right rail, 2 ball as such. Now this is, yeah, not even going for the attack. Looking ahead. Oh, I was just going to talk about the 4. Yeah, Jayson had to hurry up with that one. And that's going to leave. So it did have all of the potting angle available. I think 7, 9, or any of these balls here. Anything will do. Oh, don't roll further. I think he would have expected top right side of this 2 ball. Send it back to bottom left. As such, oh, that's too full of a hit. See, had he hit the 2 ball a little bit more, and he worked for this, played a good safety. And here we go. Let's see what Jayson drive it a little bit towards the pocket. Okay, that's nice. That needed some close quarter. Yeah, Jayson's so good at these little shots where small pub tables with reds, yellows, black ball last. It's basically 8 ball on a very slow. Uh-oh. Kind of in between. Or only 2. Nice shot.
Well done. It is.
Oh. Yeah, and that's a pretty natural, which they would definitely, preferably do, is breaking and running out.
Scratch in 9-ball. Putting the ball anywhere on the table opens up so many doors.
Round, so played 8 matches, ended up with the quarterfinalists, and that's
12 noon, and then immediately the first semi-final is over. The second will begin, and
then tomorrow, our climax of the 5th edition of the UK Open Pool Championships. Nice shot by David on the 7 ball. Do have to correct myself on that. No, I think I should forego on that other go.
And that remains the same, because for the 3rd time, David.
Yeah, that event, that crowd, that energy, that really revs him up. And yeah, like you said, pocket might refuse it. That's delicate and works out.
And 7 of them, David Alcaide, never been on a losing team. He's been involved in the last 5 European success stories.
For the winner and the loser. And then the next match, the semi-final, you'll both be on this, well, feels like a summer day. It is still spring, remember, here in the UK. But yeah, beautiful. At least 15 years ago. So we're kind of the same generation. He's 3 years younger than I am.
8-ball championship when he was 14.
Rolled in pretty smoothly to take a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, for the first.
Ooh, look at that. Missed the 1 ball, but made 2 balls in the bottom right corner pocket. Numbered ball, and Julie ran out.
I know.
Tehu was actually a very decent snooker player as well. I think he has a YouTube channel. He won in Eindhoven at... Yeah, and it's, as I said before, if it was like all of this rack, and that will just slide in. It was kind of what the table allows, and kind of plays around with that a little bit. And these...
12 months on, will history repeat itself?
Phil just raised his arms aloft. I mean, he's so awake to the task. Oh, the same scratch as Jayson had.
Have full freedom.
And there you have it. Nicely positioned, though. Straight behind the rail. Should remain pretty close, especially at the slow speed he's going to play it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Rail gripped the 8-ball, and the angle of outward direction increased a little bit. So increase the forward motion, drive your cue ball to the center of table. Yeah, nicely solved. So stun draw.
Wojciech Chef. Well. Now, he didn't
anyway,
just...
So essentially, if he gets away with this, you know, you should almost try to clear that 3-8 combo. That
certain mistakes have quintessential turning.
So Jayson would love to have a little bit of a, you know, a light rack break, get a shot on the 2. No tactics in this rack, I believe. Vid, only about 5 minutes ago, had a chance to, well, a chance. I mean,
it's not just a loss of rack, it's also a loss of confidence.
Beat yourself up, right? I mean, that is unforgivable. The cue ball behind the green 7 on the other side of the table. Yeah, yes. That works. See, had he missed, he probably would have left him snookered anyway. Chance to get himself to 6. And Jayson, of course, with a bit of an extra score.
The 7 looked unmissable, but any pot into these brute. This 9-ball surely. Indeed, 6-3 it is.
Trying to give himself a bit of a low energy rack. Didn't make the 1 ball. Yeah, it was never easy. And right, because had Jayson made that straight in 5, then who knows? It could have been him running out his 2nd rack by now. He may show him something. Left side of the 9, bring his cue ball back up table for... but that's not good enough, you know, to get a good result. Ooh, hit it pretty good. In a way, I wish that the crowd would get into this a little bit more to make, you know, to really turn Jayson into really like the last British hope.
Me included. We've got a fan next to the commentary box this evening.
Exactly, it's the first time, right?
It's been so nice.
And that's going to leave the one ball exposed, of course, a lot more than Jayson would have liked. Give hope or take hope. Nice.
Well, the great tactician there has produced a...
Yeah, a lot of top left spin here. Increase the angle as it comes off the rails. You can see the cue ball still spinning. And yeah, skilled. Taking the 5 and then coming as close as you can to the 6 ball. Wants to leave it nice and straight to drift down 15 seconds or so.
No issue there.
Yeah, I've been talking about it now for, I think I've covered about 3 or 4 of Jayson's matches so far. Subdued, you know, it's almost like the situation doesn't really wake him up like the Mosconi Cup always does. To, well, either Mosconi Cup team, the US team or the European team, US Open, anyway, and from playing a lot of matches over the years. Now further down the line in this rack, the 6. And leave it as straight as he can. Oh, a little bit of a disappointed head movement there from David after impact. Leave himself a shot on the green. Oh, okay, you went for the combo option anyway. You might be able to hold position on that being this off angle. See, that worked out nice. So a deserved lead. Oh, that is incredible.
I don't interrupt, Rico, I don't interrupt. But
calls himself a prophet after.
Well, I don't interrupt. I think Jayson Shaw might have interrupted Alcaide's flow. Indeed, 7-4 again. America, the Professional Golfers Association, is headquartered these days in Frisco.
Huh.
Cushions, fluked the 6 and dished.
Okay, so Jayson get a chance to get closer. Okay, hit it pretty well. Play position for a bank on the 3. Oh, he was actually, that's what he was trying. But really all to play for. He knows. Clear this rack. Let's just have a look at this one first.
Ukioi in this rack. He returned the compliment over the place. Not on that shot, but on the pressure balls. But they're going in.
Both these matches at the same time, because they're actually pretty much in the same score lines, really, in match terms. Both players trying to make both do it. Will one of them do it? Will none of them do it? Their former names, as Jayson is going to be thinking about what to do with this hung blue ball. Can you spell those two, Ty? And that will involve Jayson even more as well. This, not easy though. These slippery rails of... Nice. Challenge 1. Oh.
Wojciech Szewczyk the chance to make it onto the hill at 9-5.
Yeah, and that Wojciech though on that 7 ball, 7-8-9 situations on both tables. Jayson with a chance to get it back with a mean cut on the 7, has to control his cue ball. Cue ball, 4 rails. Well, that works a treat.
From a slow start also.
1 ball down. Cue ball traveled down south a little bit too far of thinking time allowed. Normally there's a 30-second shot clock, and then the players can ask for a 30-second extension. Okay, so that was by design, that two. This looks good. This hit the ball first. Is Alcaide going to make the 5? No. Yep. Nice. So could see enough worrying sign for David Alcaide. Because as we've seen before, Jayson started off slow, right? Numerous.
Well, you don't do bottle of plenty. What he's done as an individual, let's not forget that he's been the US Open champion, the Hanoi Open. Plenty of others as well. Yeah. Jayson Shaw, best of 19 rack match, is now down to best of 5. A race to 3
behind the 8 ball. Don't hit the 8 ball. Oh. Just take the lead or create an opportunity to run out to go 8-7 in front, and then if you see your cue ball scratch like that. So nice that we're, oh, but he's jumping this one. On the left side of the table for that 7-8 combination. So we'll see very little cue movement here, cue ball movement here, with an 8 ball looming over the bottom right corner pocket. So should be able to finish this off and get back to only top short rail. That's what he wants to avoid. Wants to keep it nice and over the pocket. See, just like that. Yes, and that was, I mean, that was played in anger a little bit, I believe. Nice. Faint, but extinguished.
What a...
Okay, cue ball to 2 ball. What do we have? What do we get?
So it's the last dying ambition.
Nice kick shot by David. All by design. Might even get the snooker here. Will get the snooker.
Always remember this. Your English is far better than my Dutch, which is non-existent.
That is true. Shots time. That is 2 straight, you know. 1 downfall.
Well, it certainly appears that way this evening.
And this is beautiful by Alcaide.
Well done,
It's David. Is he? Yes, he's trying to lock up the 3-8. That won't happen. This 2 ball and get away with it. Hit it, he did. And that cue ball, it's got just too much spin. And David, didn't Ronnie O'Sullivan also hit the table very hard at this last World Snooker Championship?
Oh yeah, loads of snooker players have done it. Michael Holt is a really good friend. Spotting prowess.
Yeah, has to be careful with the 6 to the 7 position. That requires a, well, as soon as he's drawn it back about 10 centimeters, he will have some kind of shot. And then for the 4, yeah, crossover required. And this, thinner than he wanted to be.
Really well played.
He's a bit of a hit that 8 ball take. This a challenging 9 to take a 9-8 lead.
Up to the
1 ball down. So important for Jayson to see where that 2 ball goes. The table, and we'll still have a shot on the 3 though. Made the 2, and that'll do. Shot of the rack. Ooh. I don't know. Oh, delicate, soft hands, Jayson. Beautiful shot there. And then he wakes up, right? Oh, this cue ball is just fine. Let's just hold predictions if Jayson's home and dry.
Almost there. The two missed 7 balls were heard. There were so many times during that match when Jayson